Listen, can I give you a bit of communication education? Now, I just finished teaching my business communication class, but this concept pops up in all of my communication classes. This belief that there is feminine and masculine language usage and that women communicate differently than men. Can you see that? Can you see that? Screenshot it, check it out later if you like. But listen, what you have to understand is that there is no such thing as masculine and feminine communication. There is no sweeping generalization that women communicate differently than men. What happens is that we all communicate individually and differently, and it's because we all have different communication filters. Your filter is made up of your childhood experiences, they're made up of how you were raised, of your religious beliefs, of your gender, of your sex, of your culture. Were you raised in the country? Were you raised in the city? Like, it's made up of so many different things. When you put a message together, to speak it, to write it, to text it, whatever, you are putting that message together, encoding it based on your communication filter. All that stuff that makes up you will determine how you say it, along with things like, the relationship with the person you're communicating, the context in which you're communicating. There's all of that stuff too. But communication first starts within you. It has to go through your filter. The reason it seems as though there is feminine and masculine communication, or that there is a difference in the way women communicate versus the way men communicate, is because in any particular culture, any particular nation, women tend to share experiences. They tend to experience some of the same things, and thus they have that similar familiar strand that colors their filter. That's why it appears as though it's the difference. But I promise you, you get 10 women together, they're going to, and you tell them one single message, they're going to hear 10 different things. You get 10 different men together, one message, they're going to hear 10 different things because they all have their own filters. You ask them to respond and they have to be the sender now. Listen, they're all going to respond different ways because they all have different experiences that shape their filters. Okay? One of the things that will challenge your ability to be an effective communicator is if you lump people together and generalize everyone based on a single trait. These are individuals with their own communication filter. And if we take the time to build our communication competency and our cultural competency, then we'll be better communicators who are better able to engage with multiple types of people in multiple types of context. And hey, we might just communicate better with each other, listen a little more, love a little more, all of that good stuff. That's a bit of your communication education for today. All right? There's no woman speak or men speak. There's just speak.